How to deal with loneliness. Now, when I was first thinking of this video, I was thinking in terms of people like me who are single. But I realized that there is a certain type of lonesomeness that can set in even when you're in a relationship and even when you're surrounded by friends. So this video is about how to deal with that period in your life when you feel like you can't relate to anyone, and that even those who you can relate to don't fully know and understand who you are. So I think the first step to deal with loneliness is awareness. First, you have to be aware of what your weaknesses are. A lot of people have negative responses to loneliness. Some people, when they get lonely, they go out and search for sex, sometimes randomly, sometimes with a set group of people they already know. Sometimes when people are overcome with loneliness, they become intensely depressed and even suicidal. Other people go on shopping sprees and get themselves into a huge amount of debt, spending money that they don't have. So there's a lot of negative ways that we've learned to cope with our loneliness. And the first thing to do is to be aware of our negative habits and our negative coping skills. Because there is no way that we're going to deal with loneliness in a healthy way if we don't even recognize what we're doing. So that is actually the most dangerous part of loneliness, is the negative responses, especially when we aren't even paying attention to how deep the rabbit hole goes. Okay, so once you've stopped and you've admitted the negative coping skill that you've developed over the course of your life, then you're going to substitute it with something more positive, or at least try to, at least have it in mind. So in a different video, I spoke about having 100 things that make you happy and writing a list of these 100 things that make you happy. Now is the time to pull out that list. So we've discovered that nymphomania is not the best way to cope with loneliness. Getting into massive debt is not the best way to cope with loneliness. And definitely having suicidal tendencies is not the best way to cope with loneliness. So on this list of 100 things that make you happy, you have 100 choices of healthy things that you can do when you are feeling lonely. Things that you know work and make you happy almost every time. Okay, I hope this helps. This was just a brief video on how to deal with loneliness. First step is to recognize our bad habits. Second step is to have something to do in place of it whenever we're tempted to go down that road. All right, remember, never be ashamed.